So how do you think they had that big ass banner for Volbeat? That was a big banner. How did they print that?
Oh,
They
we
might
were
print it.
at the
like,
Volbeat show. We were being progressive dads and looking.
Not-
at
That
this-
sure is a big banner. How do they print
How
something
do they
so
print
big?
that?
How do you think they did that? How they got that?
It could be in pieces.
They probably ordered
So
it
then-
at signs.com
It
or Banana Banner
it
or
didn't
any
look
one of those
stitched together,
companies
though.
that
But you're
Yeah, but
far
how
away.
does signs.com or Banana Banner put these together? How are they printed?
a printer that prints
big-
fabric.
Be a big fucking printer though.
It'd be
Yes,
like a
they have those.
How big?
I don't know, as smaller than my dick. Because
Size of your garage? I don't know.
be huge.
It must be.
Another rabbit hole to go down.
Oh,
They could
sorry.
they could print it. It could be printed in like, one strip and then another strip on the same piece of fabric.
Largest
So it
printer
wouldn't need to
in the
be-
world.
I don't know.
I have
well,
no
we
idea.
could probably Google it. So
That's what Joe's doing right
I
now.
actually did Google it and I didn't really get a lot of info.
This is a 3D printer. That's not even what we're looking for.
No, that's
He's
not.
about to find out it's not an easy task.
No, that's
Yeah.
like giant.
My interest is gone.
That's what happened to me. I looked it up and I was like,
It
nah.
didn't take long.
But like
If I
there was
gotta
a
go
lot
to that
of
second page of Google.
yeah, it was a lot of like we offer these services, but it wasn't an answer to the question.
yeah, you search for
You're not
anything, it's
listening
like
to me.
going to try and sell you something.
Yeah. And
Welcome
Welcome to
to
the internet.
Remember the early
Welcome
web
to
search
the
like
internet.
Lycos and Ask Jeeves? You had to word things just perfectly to get
Yeah.
anything close to what you
Yeah.
wanted. If you have to do anything like that now on Google, it's like fuck you.
it was
I'm
kind of
out.
like that. And I thought, how much do I really care about this? And I decided not enough to keep going. That was
That's
the
what
end of
people
that.
are listening right now, thinking, how much do I care about what they're going to talk about
Yeah,
later?
They're already
versus
switching
this
to another.
conversation.
They're already switching to another podcast.
Like 30 seconds. Fast
15
forward 30
second forward.
seconds. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. Get to the show, guys. God, this is stupid.
They said they were going to talk about chili peppers. They're
This
talking
isn't
about
chili peppers.
backdrops.
I want
and stuff.
Volbeat. I don't like Volbeat. So, Joe, you've been to 3 shows in like the course of a month, practically, right? Or less.
Yeah, less than 2 weeks. We were in Pittsburgh
Yeah.
for Volbeat and Ghost. And 10 days later, I saw Tool.
Yeah. And
Here in
like 5
DC?
days before Pittsburgh was Bruce Dickinson. So, yeah.
Right. Yep. Wasn't
Busy.
really a concert. He did sing a song, but
He did.
Yeah.
busy. Yes. Yes. And it's hard to focus on work when you're going to a bunch of shows like that.
Yeah.
Tell that to me in my 20s when I was playing shows like that many times a week.
Hmm. Yeah, but our jobs back then were like Pizza Hut. So it's.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was office job making
That's true. I guess.
shit money. I was an administrative
That's loud.
assistant to a CFO.
Administrative assistant. Sounds important.
What was that? So was Tool the best of the 3?
I would say so. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I imagine so.
Yeah.
Still a band I've never
so
seen live that I would love to see live.
I am so happy that they are the second band I ever saw live because they played second at Lollapalooza '93. So,
Yeah, Tim was at. Was that the? Were you at that show? Tim?
No, I was at Ozfest '98, I believe. it
Oh,
was.
okay.
They
Which
were,
one
they
were
were
you
on
at,
the,
Keith? What,
it was
which-
Lollapalooza '93. Rage opened and then Tool played second. So
Good lord.
yeah,
That's-
that was before anything
Thing.
was. Yeah, they were still kind of up and coming.
And Rage was brand new at that point. It'd been
Yeah.
out for a
Mhm.
year.
Yeah,
So
it wasn't.
yeah. Talk about it like a good way to start like me going to shows.
really,
Those
God.
two. Like,
Mhm.
Pretty good.
yeah, that was
Much better than my first show, Europe and Def Leppard.
I mean, the fact that that show ended with Primus and Alice in Chains.
Oh my
know,
God! Yeah, that's
Exactly. I mean, it was just, Fishbone. I mean, that was a. I mean, let's face it. All the Lollapaloozas were pretty fucking solid.
Yeah.
Speaking of Lollapaloozas,
bands that have
are
played
we going to-
Lollapalooza.
Yeah, I mean, the first one had a band that played it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think Chili Peppers. I'm sure Chili Peppers played Lollapalooza at one point, right?
Oh,
probably a
sure.
few times.
Yeah.
to have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's get into it then. Let's hit the intro and go.
Hold on to your butts.
Right there to our immediate left, we have all the folks gathering at the annual Saxon concert.
You've got people who really are into the occult and into Satan. They're propagating Satan, and I think it's a devastating thing.
Cow's meat.
What's your favorite total metal video?
Zuckerberg and Gates and Buffett, amateurs can fucking suck it, fuck their wives, drink their blood. Come on, Jeff, get up!
Who'd win in a wrestling match, Lemmy or God? Lemmy.
God. Wrong, dickhead. Trick question. Lemmy is God.
Such a fine line between stupid and clever.
And we're gonna be at the Wilson Theater tonight with Slayer. You're gonna be there too, right? Oh!
Hello.
Hello.
You keep saying hello weird.
Hello.
Everybody. Hello, everybody. I don't know. Welcome back to Summertime
Hello.
Podcast, everybody. Summertime
Considering the topic tonight, it should be like, "Sup, dude?
Oh. Yes, welcome
Have you
back
ever
to
heard of
Summertime Podcast.
California?"
SummertimePodcast.com is where you find us online. Get to all of our stuff there. The Facebooks, the YouTubes, the Twitters, the Instagrams, all that good stuff. So we're finally at our last 1991 album. It took a while, but we got there.
A little late.
Yeah. So we're talking about Red Hot Chili Peppers, Blood, Sugar, Sex, Magic this episode. Before we get going, we'll do some quick introductions. I'm Eric. We've got Tim here.
Yo.
We have Keith here.
Hello.
And we have Joe here.
Hello.
All right. Let's play a little bit of this album. We'll play that.
Hey, these
opener.
guys played Lollapalooza in 1992.
There you go. I think it was the first year.
They played 91, I think.
No, I'm looking right now.
All right, fine.
Swing! I got a soul that cannot sleep at night when something just ain't right. Blood but without sight, exploding egos in the night. Makes like sticks of dynamite, red, black, or white. This is my fight. Come on, current, let's be heard. Turn feelings into word. American equality has always been sour. An attitude I would like to devour. My name is Beast. This is my hour. Did I give just a little bit of power? Power of equality. Is that you want it all to be? It fill me up like a hollow tree. The power of equality.
Yeah. So do the band introductions. So you've got Anthony Kiedis on lead vocals, of course. John Frusciante on guitars. Flea on bass, and Chad Smith on drums. And this album was produced by Rick Rubin and engineered and mixed by Brendan O'Brien.
Huh.
And we should probably start by saying this isn't like for us, we're typically a metal podcast. So,
Yeah.
this is a little out of our realm, but I don't know. I love this album. So,
I mean, when
definitely
you
wanna
talk
talk
about this
about it.
band, though, let's face it, talking about this band, especially, we'll get into the specifics about this band, my interpretation of this band later, but this band has so many different elements that come in and kind of in and out. Funk, ska, metal. I definitely say there is metal in there. There's so much going on that really it was such a kind of a breath of fresh air, I think, for a lot of people when these guys first broke. That there wasn't a whole lot of other bands out there doing anything like this. I mean, I think Fishbone started like 5 years before them, but was still kind of in their shadow for almost the entirety of the existence of this band. But this band was really incorporating different styles that they got punk in there. They've a little taste of virtually so much shit. I'd even soul.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of nuts. All the shit that was really kind of incorporated in there.
Yeah. Well, I think that speaks to like the what all the music they've listened to growing up, and like I mean I know Flea's a Metallica fan. Like Flea
Yeah.
actually helped.
I mean,
He
Flea,
inducted
that's the whole
Metallica.
thing. Flea was
Rock and Roll
in
Frame.
Fear. He was a member of Fear for one point. He was an actor in the movie Suburbia, which
Yeah.
is like a punk,
Yeah.
you don't get much more punk rock than that. And then he's sitting here doing this.
Yeah.
And I mean, let's face it, that guy is a damn solid bass player.
Oh, my God, one of the best, right?
Yeah, he's amazing.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, definitely one of the best.
This band is. How often do you guys go back and listen to Chili Peppers? Just in an average year?
Well, it's funny you mentioned, because I think I've kind of admitted to this in the past that, when bands get huge, I no longer like them because I'm cool and they aren't anymore.
Right.
These guys
Right.
pretty much broke
Makes sense.
really before I was getting into anything. So I was already like, man, these guys are garbage, man. They can't handle my bass playing. I can bass around Flea any day.
Right.
So one way or
right,
another,
right.
I was already kind of sick of these guys before they went anywhere. So like listening to this, preparing for this was possibly, I mean, there's no way in hell it's not the first time I heard any of these songs.
I mean,
let's
I
face it,
haven't.
this one got enough play back in the day in like college dorm rooms, and I'm sure I heard this numerous times. But I don't think I'd ever sat down and listened to the whole thing from front to back before I started preparing for this. And
I had, but it'd been a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'd been definitely been a while. I mean, there's some highlights on this album for sure that I play often. They're on some like playlists and stuff like that. But to front to back, it's been probably a good 10 years since I've done that for this album. But I don't know why, because now looking back, going, this is definitely my favorite Chili Peppers album. So,
Oh yeah, yep.
this is I mean, let's face it, there's not a big surprise to say that I was impressed. This is just a great amalgamation of so much shit going on.
Yeah.
It just so many of these got overplayed that just made it just so
yeah, that's very true. Yeah.
angering, back then. I mean, that we just started with playing Power of Equality. I mean, that hit on the, like, it just starts on the exact right note. You know exactly what they're talking about. Exactly, solid rhythm, solid beat. Bass is just going nuts. Although it's not like a nonstop solo, it's actually playing rhythmically.
Right.
It's just
Well, Joe's
it's a smack in the face, and
Joe's probably the biggest fan of all of us. Joe's got a tattoo, a Chili Peppers tattoo, for God's sake. So I'm sure Joe listens to these guys way more than we do.
When this album broke or when it was coming out, I was not a Chili Peppers fan, so I didn't pay attention really when the songs would come on. I just tune them out, and then it wasn't for several years later that I really got into the Chili Peppers. But this album, you said you think it's their best. I think you might be right.
Yeah.
And I listened to I pulled them out a lot, various albums. I did make the realization. I think we were hanging out, Eric, and I was like, I think if John Frusciante is not on the album, I really don't give a fuck about the album. And I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't really put that together till recently.
I actually think One Hot Minute.
One Hot Minute I like too.
That's a good album. I think that's underrated.
I don't know it enough.
Yeah, I like
that one. Got overplayed, I think, more than this one, and
maybe
it was my girlfriend at the time picked it on opening day, so I got more of that than any other Chili Peppers album.
But I will say the last, that one got overplayed too.
Good.
The last two Chili Peppers album though, I could give a shit about.
Oh God, boring.
I don't care.
Yeah,
boring. So boring.
And I think it's the guitar player.
Yeah,
he's a boring ass guitar player.
Yeah.
I don't remember his name.
I think Frusciante brings
or something.
Yeah, Josh Klingelhofer. Yeah, that's it. I think Frusciante just brings too much to this band, and without him, they suffer.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you guys think about Hillel then? I mean, how much did this band change upon his death? Would this band have been this band if he had not died?
I don't like this first. Was it the first three?
Yeah,
albums? I'm not really into.
This is their fifth album, which I was surprised.
Yeah,
by. I don't even know the first. Like I know Mother's Milk, and before that, I'm like, I have no idea.
Yeah, that's where I started.
Freaky Styley,
Mother's Milk,
the self-titled album. And then,
I don't know it. I don't. This isn't a band I listen to a lot, and if I do, it's Mother's Milk.
You want to go to something?
Yeah, this one or Mother's Milk or some of Californication, and
One Hot Minute for me is up there for sure. But
I'm not a huge fan.
Yeah. The production on this album is insanely good. God.
Yeah.
I mean, this is almost a perfect sounding album in my opinion.
It's really good.
Like everything sounds perfect. The bass drum, the bass guitar, the snare, like everything is perfectly sound.
It's Rick
crazy.
Rubin. That guy is kind of hit or miss.
Yeah.
I mean, I went into listening to this trying as best as I could to hate it and come up with something to say, man, that sucked. Oh, man. And, I mean, sitting back after listening to this over and over, for the past little bit, how the hell could you not sit back and smile when this one is going on? I mean, it's just, I mean, not all the songs are freaking, top of the line, definitely. And so many of the ones you can flat out sing along to, even if you've never listened to the band before.
Yeah.
You've heard them so many fucking times on the radio, but holy crap, this is just a good feel-good album. It's got such a groove. I mean, we can go in track by track as we always do, but
the tracks.
When I said Rick Rubin is hit or miss, I should clarify. I mean, he does bring out. Oftentimes, he brings out the best in bands.
Not Metallica.
In terms of, well, he helped them. He got him back on track.
That was just a joke aimed at the two of all three of you. Really.
Anyway,
I think it's a tandem of him and Brendan O'Brien, though.
Yeah, for this, I'm saying just I'm talking more about the songwriting and the fact that the songs are so good. Because you look at like Danzig, and without Rick Rubin,
yeah, it's true.
He has a track record of helping bands write. It seems like, or at least in the songwriting process, it seems like he has a good understanding of how to get the best out of a song. That's kind of my point.
Let me see if I can find a clip, because I have a good clip about that where he's helping with the bass line to what's the big hit on this album?
Name one.
Give it away.
The Bridge.
Give it away.
Yeah. Give it away. Yeah.
Here it is. I think this is it. Let me play this real quick because it speaks well to what you were talking about, Tim.
Yeah, that was a cool little bit. We're gonna go. See that? That should be the vibe, like what you just.
Yeah, it is so hard because there's so little time in each thing.
But just keep them really simple. Ba-dum, ba-da-dum.
Okay.
Ba-dum, ba-dum.
Okay.
Top or bottom?
From the top.
Anyway, that's cool. I mean, yeah.
I think he simplified it more than that.
I think he did. Yeah, I think he did. Yeah, because there were some little fills in there that he was doing that were a little more funky than what's on the album. So
yeah, that song doesn't need any more,
right,
than what he does.
But that's Rubin's influence there for sure.
Yeah, he does that a lot. It seems like he'll say like just simplify it. I know when we had Craig Cicero on, he was talking about when they're doing Man-Made God, right? And he was saying, was that who was the drummer on that album? Was it
Man-Made Arm or was it Spiral Arms? Like,
maybe it was. I think it was. I thought it was Man-Made God. Anyway,
yeah.
Whichever one it was, he was saying the drummer was being told just simplify everything, and the drummer's like, I don't really. That's not. And he's like, no. Rick Rubin's like, no, just simple beats are better for this.
Yeah.
And that was. I think he tends to do that. He'll say, just simplify.
Well, as long as we're still talking about Rubin, I can play this clip too. I think it's Flea talking about working with Rick Rubin, or maybe I think it's all of them talking about working with Rick Rubin.
Because he doesn't try to plug us into a certain formula, or like he doesn't have a way that he works and tries to make us like that. He's just trying to bring the most out of us for what we are, and he manages to keep his emotional distance from the music and have his objectivity, which is what he has to do, especially because we're so completely caught up we run on pure emotion. That's what we're all about. And we're making an amazing, groundbreaking, revolutionary, beautiful, artistically heightened, incredible record.
If Baron von Munchausen had ejaculated the four of us, being the Red Hot Chili Peppers, onto a chessboard, I would have to say that Rick Rubin would be the perfect chess player for that particular board.
Wow.
That's an analogy, huh?
That's how that guy's brain works.
That's definitely 1990s Anthony Kiedis.
Yeah.
I mean, that brings up the thing that I can't stand about this band: the fucking arrogance.
No.
I mean, just calm the attitude down, Anthony. I mean, just shut the fuck up and Sing a song.
He can be annoying. I agree.
Yeah.
Oh.
Let's see.
This is typically why I avoid interviews with any musician.
It ruins it for you. It's better off before they got started talking.
Well, yeah, because usually you go,
Yeah, often.
they say some weird vaccine thing.
Oh,
well,
yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
Facebook
see
has
one of
actually
those?
ruined. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know it has.
it's like I don't want to talk. I'll listen to that guy's music, but I don't want to ever hear
I
him
liked
talk
it better when
or-
all I knew about you were like, a little blurb in Hit Parader magazine or something.
Yeah.
Well,
Talking
how many
about
of
your
you?
music.
How many of you were Iced Earth fans?
Zero.
Or
None.
last
I
year?
None of
I
us.
didn't care
None of
about
us.
them. No.
Still are? None. Why?
Because of
Well,
that.
because that one dude was part
Guitarist,
of the.
like the main songwriter of the band, was there on the 6th last year and was
Oh, okay.
one of the first arrests made.
Yeah.
Oh,
He was one of the
I
biggest
figured they were-
morons.
I figured they were from Scandinavia.
It doesn't matter to him, I guess.
Hmm.
He's an oath
No.
keeper.
He's an oath keeper. Yeah.
It's cool.
Uh-huh.
No,
Well, who
it's
would want to
not.
fight between the Oath Keepers and the Keepers of the Seven Keys?
The keepers of the 7 keys don't have faces.
Ooh, that makes him scary.
Makes
Yeah.
them hard to punch.
Ooh, it's scary. Yeah,
They're like Jawas.
But do they have balls?
they might. I don't know.
I don't know. Well, we don't. Well, what's going on under those robes?
How many
No
balls
idea.
would they have? What if they've got 84 testicles?
There's also the Stonecutters. The mess with
Stone
meat there.
cutters.
Wasn't that the group that from The Simpsons?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
I don't
God.
know.
Oath Keeper.
This one is called The Beating of the Swollen Ass.
All right, getting back to this album.
This one.
Did that first song have like a doubled up snare? Is that what's going on there? It sounds like there's like
Maybe
a recording
percussion?
of two. Yeah, it's. I don't know if they recorded the song, like twice or multiple times. Like, let's just take 2 of those snare recordings and just smash them together. It sounds like that.
You're probably right then.
Just if you play it again, just after the. I don't know.
I don't either.
When it goes, it sounds.
I don't know. I can't. I mean, I hear like some ghost notes in there, but I don't know.
There was a part where he actually goes, and it sounds like it's completely doubled up, but I don't know.
Maybe
That's a kind of a Rick Rubin thing to do, doing some weirdo. Let's just have 2 of those, and he's
Yeah,
kind of an oddball.
it's possible.
Yeah,
Maybe you'll meet them in DC one time. 2 a.m. at a hotel, and you could ask.
Seems unlikely.
Probably.
I need
Especially
to
with the
chase him
ticket.
down.
Well, this album, Chili Peppers, it's got to be the most successful, right? At least up to that point. Well, not
No,
I guess not
California-
ever. California.
Yeah.
Californication, probably.
This one peaked at number 3.
Okay, all right.
It had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hit singles.
Yeah, I imagine.
Yeah.
We didn't talk about the album
So that
cover
new
yet.
Tool album, they changed the price of it.
We didn't talk about the album cover yet.
It's pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
have it here.
It's,
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's them licking each other or something.
Yeah.
Mother's Milk has like boobs on it, so
Yeah.
can't really.
Giant
Is that-
boobs.
Is that Apache Rose Peacock? Is that what they're doing right there? There's a rose in the middle.
Maybe.
I never thought that deeply into it.
No, me neither. They look like lizards licking a rose, basically.
Anything else?
No, I don't think so. I think we're good on
Oh, you want to grade it?
No, that's not what I mean.
All right, that's good.
No, I have plenty more to talk about with this album. For sure. This album, actually, this is the last album for John Frusciante for a while, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
well, yeah. So he
No.
left. I mean,
One
album-wise,
album.
I guess, yeah, one album, but it was a long period of time.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like 9 years or something like that, right? So
He quit during the tour.
yeah, I have a
He's
little
having
bit
some
about
drug
that.
problems there.
Yeah.
Couldn't deal with the fame, apparently.
Tension in the band, and the fame too. And this is what I found on Wikipedia, basically. And I don't know, Wikipedia is Wikipedia, but anyway. Let's see. It says Frusciante didn't like the fact that the band was becoming popular. Kiedis said that his onstage energy became totally different, and Frusciante thought that their huge amount of radio play and success was shameful. This caused tension within the band. There you go, Keith. Yeah. When they toured Europe, Frusciante brought his girlfriend, which Kiedis said broke the no spouses or girlfriend rule. That escalated things, and after their European tour, they played SNL, and Kiedis said he felt sabotaged by Frusciante, because at that performance, Frusciante started playing Under the Bridge in some different way, and Kiedis said it was like he was rehearsing and trying something new. This was live TV, and he felt totally embarrassed.
Huh.
I have that performance if you guys want to hear it. It actually...
No.
Who'd want to hear that?
No, after that
song? No, I've heard that one enough.
They took a 2-week hiatus and played Tokyo, but Frusciante announced that would be his last show. I'm going to play a little bit of this because you have to hear the end, because that's where the song. I actually don't think the performance is that bad. It's the end where it's like, oh, what the fuck. That's pretty good. That's Frusciante doing backup vocals.
Oh.
And but I think you're right, Joe. I think that was very lots of drugs going on at that point. So he's probably super high at that show too.
With this band?
He had a bad heroin issue. Apparently. Who knows? Maybe he's over it. I don't know.
I hope so.
The second time he left the band was apparently not due to drugs. It's just he wanted to stop. Play other music.
Yeah. He's back now. We'll see what happens. They got a new song.
Album comes out when April 1st or something.
Yeah, soon. Yeah. So hopefully it's good.
It'll be good.
It's Frusciante. It should be good.
Yeah, I'll listen to
it. It'll definitely be better than the last two albums.
Well, the single they put out the single's pretty good too.
The single's pretty good. I have to give it another couple listens. It was like it didn't grab me, but I liked it. I just was like, it's fine.
You sound like Larry David.
Maybe it'll catch on.
No good.
I need that clip.
Yeah, you did. No good. Problem. Do you have anything about how they switched record companies with this whole deal?
No.
This is really weird. So they basically had a deal in place with Sony Epic, and then this guy Mo Austin from Warner Brothers called Kiedis to congratulate him, and Kiedis thought that was the coolest thing and decided, let's not go with Sony, let's go with Warner Brothers instead because of that phone call.
What?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Just by being nice.
Yeah, he said that's the coolest, he said that says Kiedis recalled the situation, the coolest, most real person we had met during all these negotiations had just personally called to encourage me to make a great record for a rival company. That was the kind of guy I'd want to be working for. So they were like, well, we're switching.
Smart.
Wow.
Yeah.
Think he planned that? That was strategic.
Maybe. You never know. Maybe it's like one of his signature moves. That's his last ditch effort.
He kept trying it with every single band.
Yeah. It finally worked.
If he's like trying to win the affection of a woman and she's dating another man, just like fucking really good. Just make him really love you.
That's so sweet.
It's basically Shakespeare.
I have a couple more clips on like the making of this album if you want to hear it.
Yeah.
Well, I got that MTV News clip that you had, Tim.
Okay. Yeah, they were in a mansion that Houdini once lived in.
Yeah, there was like I think Hendrix recorded some stuff there, and the Beatles did some stuff there. So it's a pretty famous place in LA, I think, or outside LA. Yeah.
Yeah.
So This is a long clip, so I might cut it off. But
the Chili Peppers' last album, 1989's Mother's Milk, was a surprising success. For the follow-up, they're enlisting help from the spiritual world and recording in an old haunted house instead of a regular studio, which is one thing we learned when we dropped by the other day.
This is our wonderful, wonderful place where we've been living, recording beautiful music that makes me very, very, very happy.
The house, by the way, is an ancient Hollywood ruin, and it's, of course, haunted.
We had these psychics that came.
Of course.
And at one point they said that they saw a lady in black walking back, and she was a ghost.
The lady ghost in the house lives up in the tower right up there. That's the only way to get to it.
Whoa.
We're all scared to go up there.
He doesn't sound high at all.
This is the world's famous Rick Rubin, my favorite record producer in the whole world.
He's a long-haired hippie love child who, just wants to hang out and make beautiful music for the people and for all the kids and make everybody happy, and it's a wonderful thing.
We're trying to set up an environment to make a cooler than average record. And so far, it is successful.
Behind my back, I have all the secrets that we've been using to make this great record. Got here multivitamins. Our producer, Rick Rubin.
I can't believe you showed him the multivitamins.
Chlorella, algae, it's really good for you. Raging Bull, Robert De Niro.
Just a bag of inspiration.
My little friend.
This is Flea loves her.
I love her.
Now we've got Chad, John, Flea, and Anthony in the band for the same 2 records in a row, and we've really sort of solidified together as a solid unit.
This is some of our music. The world's getting a hint of the new Red Hot Chili Peppers record.
I think it's an unusual sounding record. I don't think it's a typical, compared to the other records that are going to come out this year, this is going to sound a lot different.
Instead of getting the high-tech 1995, 98-track board, we have this old funky stuff that, probably Frank Sinatra recorded on or something, and it just sounds better. The songs, we could never describe what they sound like. Some of them sound like getting the alien wrapped around your face, and some of them sound like, the Marx Brothers having an orgy with the Ziegfeld Folly girls.
It flowed really easily, and there wasn't, a lot of, I don't know about this, I don't know about that. We just went in and rocked it, and I think it comes out, sounds that way, and it's going to be great.
Yeah, I
Who
think
was that at the end?
I think it was Chad.
Oh, yeah. It's Chad or John.
Because they sounded normal.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
They weren't voices that we've heard more than enough.
They weren't saying things like, it's like the Ziegfeld brothers having sex with his...
And California was also California.
Ejaculating on a chessboard.
Shut up.
Yeah, they might be a bit much, at least back then.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I'd want to hang out with them for too long.
No.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out my face with that shit.
You guys are a little much.
I mean, these are guys who are on stage with socks in their dicks.
Yeah, they're out there.
Yeah, they're a little weird.
I'm not going to hang out with those guys.
It's definitely haunted, he said.
I'm just not.
Yeah, of course, haunted. Yeah.
Of course.
The house is, of course, haunted. I think it's a given that we're going to record an album in a haunted house. We had to record the album in a haunted house, of course.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it wouldn't sound as good.
Well, if you have Ghost,
you have everything.
You have everything.
All right. Should we move on to
the tracks?
Yes. Well, I was wondering why he said 1995, 1998.
I don't know.
Stuff.
He didn't. I think he was saying 95 and 98.
Tracks.
Like a
tracks
board.
On the the number of tracks on the board.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Should have known.
All right. So if you have to ask,
I'd
say start this one at 140. It's where it kind of.
Oh, we're skipping Powerful Quality because we already played that one.
We already played. Okay. Well, we can play more of it. I love that song. So.
I have a couple notes on it, but
please let's hear it.
I just said the bass at 340 is badass.
I mean
the bass is badass throughout, but it's the part where it stops. I mean, it's it's Flea.
It's more Mother's Milky there.
Yeah.
Milky, that sounds bad.
But yeah, like you said earlier, Keith. It's a great opening track. It kind of does set the tone for the album.
Yeah.
I mean, and that was, I came in just being like, all right, these fucking assholes. This one is like, where they really kind of turned into the assholes that they were. And I'm like, that song plays. And I'm just sitting back at the end of it with like, yeah, man, maybe I should smoke marijuana again for the first time in 30 years.
There's 2 different guitar tracks in both channels, by the way. Each channel, I should say, which is typical Ruben.
Yeah.
So
Totally
if you take out your one headphone, you're gonna hear one guitar track. You take out the other, you're gonna hear different. So that was cool.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's throughout the album too. That's not just this song.
Yeah, I think you're right. Total Ruben.
Yes.
He's still enamored by like, you can do stereo stuff. It's like it's
1937 or something.
Yeah, like holy crap.
We're not recording in monotone. Right?
You can put something over here and over here.
And if you're Slayer, you're gonna do only guitar in one channel.
Yeah.
And only bass in the other channel.
Yeah, or a solo on the right.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Solo,
Yeah, solo. You take the
which
God
is
forbid you're listening to Slayer with a cheap Walkman and one of your headphones is out, like one of the channels is out in your headphone. Because all you're gonna get
that happened to all of us. That happened to all of us many times.
That's true.
Yes,
was there a rhythm guitar on one side and a solo on the other? Okay, so that could be a good thing with Slayer.
Yeah,
oftentimes are terrible.
South of Heaven was the biggest one where it was like, ooh, these solos are bad. Let me take this. There we go. That's much better.
Fixed.
Fun.
All right.
That one song, that one Soundgarden song too. Where it hit the weird note over and over.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Is it Slaves and Bulldozers? Slaves and Bulldozers? What is it?
It was Good Eye Closed, wasn't it?
Good Eye Closed. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
If you have to ask, what were you going to say, Keith, about that one?
I was just, this one again, funk influence going nuts. This is the one I think that, like, vocally, he shows his range. He actually, Kiedis, as much as I can't stand him as a human being, as a vocalist, the guy is, he's got some talent. The guy can do a lot. I think this one shows, the diversity of the songwriting in and of itself, with Frusciante and Flea. I mean, let's face it, I don't know how difficult it is to be Chad. Like, they don't really do a whole lot of super fast. They like their tempos are never going crazy because it's just got solid groove, solid beat just throughout, kind of consistency. So as long as you're consistent, it's probably a pretty good job to have to be the drummer of this band, because everyone else is doing crazy shit and you don't have to. But
well, he's a really great drummer, but
he is.
I hear what you're saying.
He is, yeah.
But one way or another, I feel like this one really shows that he does some falsetto work. He just shows his range off a bit. So this song kind of does give a little credence to Anthony Kiedis's capabilities.
Did you not think Chad Smith was a good drummer or a great drummer?
I mean, it's not a matter of if I thought that or not.
You seemed surprised by the comment.
I mean, when I think about this band, I don't really think you got to, I'm going to be hearing Neil Peart.
Well, he's a great drummer, but he doesn't need to show off. Yeah, he doesn't need to show off in this band. But he if you watch like some drum solos of his, you're like, holy shit.
I can just tell by how locked in he is when he plays. You can just tell he's good.
Yeah. Got a good feel.
Let's face it, that is the most important thing for a drummer. So.
Yeah.
Well, we can play a little bit of this song.
Yeah, 140 is where I was saying on this one.
I'm thinking of a few taboos that I ought to kill. Dancing on the face like a stage in vaudeville. I feel so good, can't be understood. Booty of a fool, I'm rocking my red hood. You'll never know. Fucking motherfucker will not be told to go. You'll never know.
That's a cool drum part here. I love the drums on this part. Yeah. And some weird guitar chords there too. Yeah. Just right here. So funky. Awesome. Like offbeat hi-hat.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh, really good guitar solo too. All right, well, I can't play a bunch of it. But yeah, that's good.
That was one of the hits, which is kind of, I didn't really.
What?
Yeah, they released that as a single. I didn't even realize.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
I know. It's it's listed as one of the hits.
Don't remember that at all.
Me either. But I guess maybe it was later in the game or something. But
they released one of these songs and it didn't get overplayed after
know.
all the other ones.
I guess
got,
that's
like,
the only one that didn't, because
Yeah,
the
I
other
don't-
4 definitely did.
Oh yeah.
There's 5 total. I guess maybe this was later on or whatever. But
Well, that's
yeah, I don't
the,
remember it at all. But it.
the next song definitely got played. a lot.
Oh. yeah, this is the one where I'm just like I'm feeling good. Then this one
But-
starts and I'm like just like, oh,
It's a great
But-
song.
This is the best of the hits. This is
Yes.
my favorite. You know?
This is the best one of the hits. Yeah.
Really?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
This song is much better than Under the Bridge or
I was
Give It
said-
Away.
Yeah, I skipped Give It Away when I played this album because
Yeah, me too.
15 gazillion times. I'm like, just fuck, no, I can't do it. Skip.
Yeah.
I don't, that's how I feel about Breaking the Girl.
So this song,
It has that cool like that. The go ahead, Eric. Just that percussion that's going on is super
yeah,
cool.
yeah, yeah.
This
But-
is the one that's the. What was the song from Pearl Jam? It's kind of like this.
Oh
Deep,
yeah,
right. It's got
yeah,
the
you,
same
you-
feel as
Yeah,
Deep.
yeah.
you discovered
Mhm.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. But
6/8 or 3
Yep.
3/4 probably.
3/4, yeah, yeah. It's really good. But there's, I want to say it's like Zeppelin, but I feel like it's not quite Zeppelin. It's more like Moody Blues or something. There's
something.
There's a feel to this song, and it's like it's some classic rock thing that I can't quite put my finger on. Like it sounds like I think it's the background keyboard stuff going on that reminds me of something. I think it's Moody Blues type stuff, but I can't. Let me play a little bit of it.
Guitar right there sounds like Jimmy Page.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like that,
I think it
so
is.
that-
It's Zeppelin. Yeah.
yeah, probably Zeppelin.
Yeah. I'd say Zeppelin.
Kind of Stairway to Heaven.
Yeah.
With that flute, like weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Synthesizer
total
stuff?
Zeppelin. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, but yeah, you were talking about this part. Then I'm gonna play it.
So cool.
This right here.
Yeah. Yeah. It's very cool.
I have some really, really good clips of this from the documentary. I'll play that in a second. Yeah, so let me see.
I feel like Ruben had something to do with this.
Yeah, so here's some isolated in the studio drum stuff. This is really cool.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Just beating the shit out of like
It's awesome.
giant fucking drums. And there's another one. Oh,
It's awesome.
you gotta see the video too. I'll
Yeah.
send you guys a link, but there's it's almost like Clown and Slipknot, just like beating the shit out of these giant. There you go.
What is that?
What
They
is
hitting
that?
there?
It's like bells, some weird bells. That's so cool.
And how would you think to put that? This song is so mellow and chill and just kind of like la la la. Like let's get some stuff out here and just beat the fuck out of it.
That's like one of my
the
favorite
song's
moments of the
about-
entire album.
The song is about
Yeah.
fucking. So, of course, they got, we're going to pound hard because that's the men we are. California has sex with you.
Well, hold on.
guess.
It's funny you say that because I have another clip of Lon Friend who stopped by the studio. I
Ew.
know.
Oh, this is gonna
Wait.
be good.
Whoa, the tracks.
When he talks about breaking the girl, and he's asking what it's about.
I
Kind
like
of.
that psychedelic
Sir
melancholy
Psycho,
song.
Sir Psycho Sexy.
No, he's talking about Breaking the Girl.
Oh, Breaking the Girl's great.
What'd you think of Sir Psycho Sexy?
Long, funky rap.
Yeah,
about
great.
fucking-
Long, long,
It has
long,
the
long
Beatles
time
ending
ago.
to it.
Yeah, with the Beatles in it.
Mm-hmm.
Did you catch the lyrics in it?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Well, there's sex all through most of these tracks.
There's a lot of sex.
There's some sex.
Breaking the Girl's got to be what a de-virginizing tune.
See, that's the way you would take it. How do you read into these? Get your mind out of the gutter, will you?
Dude, fucking Larry Flint for 9 years. What do you expect me to think? Was that a song about candies and small flowers? No, everything has a sexual connotation to me.
Right.
It's a song about love.
I mean, Blood Sugar, that was, that a
Blood Sugar.
diabetic love song to me.
There's nothing diabetic about it.
That more was about, that time of the month.
I think we should have Lon write the industry.
Okay.
There you go.
Wait, I've already been asked by Motley Crue to write the sleeve notes for their next record. But I'm beyond.
Soul to squeeze,
Offer me more money and I'll do your record.
Squeeze a little soul, pal. Yeah, I got you.
People say it's in there. Scrotum area.
Well, Mother's Milk was a very sexy record. Come on, man.
I know you like us, Lon.
Jeez.
You don't want to be subliminal about
What's
this.
wrong with being sexy?
You're with the Rube. You got to be overtly
Sexy.
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 What's wrong with
That's a fine line, really.
The guy that made Dice Clay a household word. Please.
I'm glad they got that.
There's
reference.
honesty on this record in every groove. There's a boner coming in between the grooves.
The percussion consisted of junkyard debris found by the drummer. Chad
Oh, nice. That's awesome.
Frusciante said that the main riff was inspired by Led Zeppelin songs "The Battle of Evermore" and "Friends," and they use a mellotron with a flute patch.
Yeah, there you
That's
go.
the noise we're hearing. And also, Chad said that the drumming was inspired by Manic Depression, the Jimi Hendrix song,
Oh,
which
okay.
I can definitely hear now.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, definitely one of my favorites on the album.
Yeah.
Even if it was the biggest
Even it's overplayed.
Yeah, I still like that song a lot. So
yeah, that's really good.
Funky
I
Monks.
don't even mind the overplayed songs. Really.
I mean, they're good songs. They're just Jesus Christ.
Suck My Kiss is still good too. I like Suck My Kiss a lot too.
Yeah, and that wasn't. I don't think that wasn't played as much as the other three.
No, it's just the two.
Four,
It's Under the Bridge and Give It Away. Those are the two that I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, that's one thing when it comes to their videos, specifically this one and "Suck My Kiss." I mean, sit down. Stop with this.
Sit down.
Like, what the hell are they? Oh, wow, look at how they're dancing. Oh, I bet the drugs are the go, and they have so much setup. Shut up and just play your goddamn. Are they trying to look like they're being artistic? Because they're not. They're just looking like shitheads.
Yeah, there is an annoyance
that-
factor to this band.
I mean,
sometimes.
that's the one thing. I might like this song more if it weren't for that video of them acting like they're dancing in some kind of like tranced out, like and
The video is
all right,
kind
all
of
right,
dumb,
Princess
but
Leia, Princess Leia, shut the fuck up, shave your goddamn head, okay?
I really don't take videos much into my account of the albums that we do.
I just like, this band, I think, was very. I don't know about how much they were involved in their direction, but let's face it, they had to have.
So these guys are just on one of your nerves all the time.
Yeah, I mean, one of them
Happens.
specifically.
Yeah.
Let's face it,
I think the singer, maybe.
maybe. Just,
You think?
What about In the Chase? They were great in that. Those two.
I will have to give them credit for that. Yes, they were.
Remember that
They were
Charlie Sheen movie?
fantastic. They were. That was a great.
They'll be
great,
pulling over real soon. They're scared, man. Yeah, that's right. Pulling over real soon.
I mean, that's kind of funny. What else has he been in? The Patrick
They're
Swayze
Point
movie?
Break.
Point Break.
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
God,
wow.
I forgot about that.
Jeez. Yeah, me too.
And Flea was in, of course, Back to the Future too.
Oh,
Big
yeah.
Lebowski.
Oh my God, that's right.
Yeah.
He's
Oh
one
yeah.
of the
He was
nihilists.
great in the Big Lebowski.
Man, I forgot about that too.
Me
Jeez.
too. But I only saw that once,
Yeah, me too.
a long time ago.
Were they in? Was one of them in Heat?
Oh,
I feel like Anthony Kiedis might have been in that.
Maybe.
Maybe. I don't know. I saw that one at least 3 times.
In the theater.
I saw it twice in the theater, and then I bought it, so I watched it when
I used to watch it like every week.
I think you saw it without me, and you were like, "We gotta go see Heat."
Yeah.
You're gonna love this movie. I was like,
Yeah,
"Oh."
it was. Yeah. That was really good.
Do we have to go track every single track? Is there a lot of tracks on this album?
No, we don't have to.
Yeah,
No.
this one is
Because there's a lot.
pretty
So,
heavy.
yeah.
Yeah.
If there's not,
It's
you know,
not heavy at all. It's just a lot of.
Yeah,
track.
it's a lot of the tracks.
So probably we could skip Funky Monks,
I
right?
mean,
There's
we
no-
could at least talk about everything. Funky Monks. Good. I mean, Solid
Yeah, that's good.
groove, just what you expect. Suck
Yeah.
My Kiss, another one of the enormous hits off of this.
Yeah.
I mean, all right. Would this one be more overplayed than? I mean, let's face it. Under the Bridge probably got overplayed more than anything else. But
Yeah.
Those Under the Bridge and Suck My Kiss.
Well, no, I think it's Give It Away was more.
Oh, Give It Away, yeah. Well,
yes,
yeah.
that one.
God, I mean, if you listen to like Lithium, it's my God, it's just like a tie.
Well,
you listen to what?
The radio, the station on XM.
Lithium, the '90s channel.
Suck My Kiss. I that's a great song, and the riff is really good. There's a second guitar thing in that song that I never noticed before. That I don't know how I didn't notice it, but let's see, 236.
Well, I'm sailing.
The background right there.
Yeah.
It's one of those things. There's a lot going on in these songs, but
I wonder how Anthony Kiedis would describe that part.
That was just John Frusciante ejaculating all over his guitar.
It's a magical squirrel running up a fruit tree.
That's really
making love to a bird. The bass is so heavy, like so dominant in that mix. It's hard to hear any guitar.
Yeah. This was the third single from the album.
Yeah.
Which surprised me.
I mean, that's another thing to mention about this band. I mean, let's face it. Who else during the entirety of the late '80s, early '90s had bass as this prevalent? I mean,
yeah.
No one else was doing. I mean, Primus was getting started at the time, but these guys, as we mentioned, this is their fifth album. These guys have been doing this shit for a very long fucking time, and no one else was. I mean, it's the funk element of them. I mean, let's face it, you can't really kind of play anything funk-esque without bass being all over the place. And let's face it, we've reviewed Motorhead, which, let's face it, he's playing his bass like a guitar.
Yeah, that's
Flea here is doing shit that a style that hadn't been prevalent for 10 years, and he's just I think really kind of injecting kind of an old style, but giving it a new taste to an old style.
Well, here let's listen to what Flea has to say about that. Hold on.
It's because of my love for funk music and my my punk rock experiences. I translated the punk rock thing to funk, and it came out like this really hard, aggressive, slapping thing, which I was doing for a long time. It's like this really fast thing, and I did it. I did the hell out of it, and I've done it all over the world and done it on a lot of records, and really made a name for myself doing it. And then after continually doing it, I started realizing that I was kind of like setting up a trap for myself. Instead of me trying to prove myself as hey, I'm the bitch and bass player and I can do this and I can do that and I'm the fastest and the hardest, was to not think of playing, but just to think about listening and to just play what was right for the song to make the song good.
So I think that's
cool.
Yeah, he changed the style a little bit. I mean, it's still prevalent on this album. I mean, it's all over the place. Obviously, the bass, and he does some of that slap stuff too, but it's not nearly as much as it's not as funky as their other albums. So it's more and I think that's a Rick Rubin thing too. As we heard earlier, it's like Rubin kind of saying, lay back a little bit. You don't need to do so much.
Yeah, I agree.
So, but anyway, moving on to I Could Have Lied is a great song. This is actually another one of my favorites on the album because it's, for them especially, it's kind of more mellow and kind of almost ballady.
Yeah.
So
I think they played this the one time I saw them.
Oh, really?
You know how bands do. A lot of bands will have, like, say they have 15 songs they play, but like 3 they'll mix around or whatever. I think this was one. They were kind of rotating.
Yeah,
so it was the same tour that they did the Slane Castle show. So it was essentially that same set list, but in different order. But they put this in instead of Power of Equality.
Oh, okay.
Played it at the end. I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's good.
What do you think of the there's almost like no time between the tracks on this?
That's
Usually
another
little
Rubin thing.
background stuff. I think it's pretty cool on this one.
Yeah.
That is definitely
Although,
Rubin.
when you're trying to learn the album and you hit the back button and then you don't have time to get back to your guitar. I don't like that. But
Yeah, it can be a
it's
good or a bad
nitpicky.
thing. It's I think it's cool on this one.
It's cool.
Yeah, I think it works for this album.
I'm just gonna play. Let's see. I thought the guitar solo in the song was really good too.
Told her how she struck me, but I'm fucked up now.
His drums. Just,
Yeah.
I mean, that's the most basic beat, which that's Rick Rubin.
Yes.
He's like, don't do barely anything. Do
Yeah.
the bare minimum.
Yep.
But it works.
Yeah, it does work.
You don't even think about it. You just listen to the guitar solo like it's a great guitar solo, and that beat's just doing its thing, and it's cool.
What I love about that guitar solo is it's got like, there's moments in there where it's not perfect, which I love about when bands do that is like, it's not polished. It's just kind of like, I'm just fucking around right now. I love that.
Yeah.
Or is it how fucking high are you at this point?
That was
Whatever
the best
it
we
is.
could get.
How drunk are you at this point?
Whatever it is, it works for me.
You didn't hear the other takes.
You're right. Yeah, that's it. Who knows?
How drunk are the people listening to it and approving it? Fuck it. That's it. You're good.
Yeah.
But that solo does convey the theme of that song too.
Yeah.
It's
definitely.
sullen.
Yes. We're kind of a sullen band, Ed.
Sometimes there's a point in being sullen.
Kind of a sullen band, Ed.
Can you dig that?
Mellow Ship, Slinky, and B major.
This was, I thought, the worst song on the album.
Hell no.
No?
Oh, yeah.
I love the bass line on this.
What is I can't remember. Oh yeah, no, I like this song. I love the opening riff. That bass is really good.
Solid. Bass is solid, but and the guitar sound like it's just some kind of easy.
I'll say that, the vocals are like,
But I mean, it sounds like more like some kind of goofball tune that.
I just like that.
Yeah, that's really cool.
I like that riff. There's a isolated piano and guitar thing I have from that documentary on for this song. Let me see if I can find that. That's Flea. I was kind of surprised they put them on the album. He fucked up here in a minute too. That's a cool guitar thing. I like that. Yeah, I don't know that piano's in there somewhere, but I'm sure that wasn't the take. I can't have been, right? Because he fucked up like 3 times.
It sounds like he fucked up a few times there. And he's fucking up playing single finger,
I've never heard that in the
single
song.
finger on a piano.
You said that's on the track.
I think it's in the song, yeah. Let me fast forward, because I think it's in the second. There it is. Background?
Shit. Yeah.
That's crazy.
just a chromatic walk down.
Yep.
Scale, right? Or maybe just a scale. I'm guessing that's B major.
I hope so. Yeah.
This song segues perfectly to the next song, though.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's using
I
a
love it.
5-string here. You know that?
Oh yeah, I can hear that. The chorus in this song is great.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of the songs that's definitely got like a metal feel to it.
Yeah, at 2:30. That's what I had written down.
Wait, is there another piano right there?
Maybe. I was fast forwarding. Hold on. Well, let's hear 2:30 real quick. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a proper riff right there.
Yeah.
Harmonizing too. Yeah.
Let me move up a step here.
I hear cowbell.
Go back
Yeah.
down.
Yeah. That's good stuff.
Yeah. Very good.
Yeah. So then we get to give it away. Go fast forward.
Yeah, I
You skip it if you want.
Now, there is something I wanted to point out with this song that I never.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how I never knew this before, but the end riff is basically "Sweet Leaf" by Black Sabbath.
Oh really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can hear that. Yeah.
But I'll play. There's a comparison that's on YouTube real quick. It's
Yeah.
All right now.
yeah, and even John Frusciante admitted it because he plays it live sometimes. He'll put a little distortion on there and actually play it like "Sweet Leaf," so he knows. That's pretty funny.
This song apparently did not fare well in the mainstream originally when they released it.
Really?
Yeah.
Why not?
It said it's one of
Were you
Warner Brothers
part of the
Target.
Main Street America?
No. It was just I just thought it was funny. It says one of Warner Brothers Target radio stations refused to air it, telling the band, "Come back to us when you have a melody in your song."
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Seems mean.
Yeah. Then it says KROQ in Los Angeles began to play this single several times daily, and that was the beginning of the
Daily.
infusion.
Then
Yeah.
hourly. And then
Yeah, and yeah, every minute. Yeah.
I
And
mean,
it's
I don't
still
think I need to
played.
play it, right? I mean, we know this
No,
song.
Jesus
it's-
Christ, no, don't.
And we covered this song, Joe. We covered a couple songs on this album, actually. We
I
covered
recently
this,
just discovered I've been playing that bass part wrong all my life.
the main riff.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Whoops.
Not way wrong. But
Yeah.
it's like, oh, that does sound better.
Yeah.
when you realize your guitar books have been wrong your whole life.
Yeah.
Like, motherfucker.
I know. I feel like at some point I need to go back and relearn Justice because I know there's some songs I'm playing wrong on.
I got to relearn that whole Master of Puppets, I think, because of those stupid books.
Yeah, probably so. The title track, Blood Sugar Sex. This is another one of my favorites. I love this song.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah, it is really good.
The chorus.
So crisp on the bass.
Yeah. Also said the drums are really good at the end of this song So I can find.
Indeed.
Yeah, there he goes. That's going off. Oh, yeah, didn't play on.
Put it in post.
That's right. Yeah. We got lots to talk about, so we can move on. Under the Bridge. Yeah, this one. Another one that's way.
Have you heard this?
A few times.
It's another ripoff. It's a Led Zeppelin ripoff. You guys know?
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I was never, I never listened to a ton of Zepp because, punk rock rules. what Zeppelin song is it a ripoff of?
Do you have a guess either? Fords. This is it's off of Presence.
Okay. Oh, I forget the name of it. Damn it.
So I think it's the title. I think it's the first track.
Stairway to Heaven.
No.
Chili's Last Stand.
Yeah, that's it. It's one of those song titles where you're like, that's the name of that song?
I'm playing that real quick. Let's see. I can hear that.
Yeah. It just changes. Yeah.
Changes a lot there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Turns into Iron Maiden.
Well, are you interested in hearing Anthony Kiedis talk about the lyrics to the song?
Yeah,
I know
sure.
Keith's like, oh, I don't hear that.
I mean, I would like
think
to
we know.
Sure, I'd like to hear it, but I'm going to be rolling
think
my
we know
eyes
too,
the entire
but-
time. Yeah.
So I will say
Baron
this,
Baron von Munchausen having sex with L.A.
there are some moments on this recording that the audio is kind of shitty, so apologies in advance. But
There's a song on our new record called Under the Bridge, which is a salad, a ballad, if you will. And that song came about because during the course of my life, I was what you might call a hardcore junkie for many years. And during that point in my life, it was a very sad time, and everything that was beautiful and precious and sacred to me sort of took a back seat as my need for this chemical dependency just got more and more disgusting and insane. And unfortunately, I've been clean for 3 years now, and my life took some massive changes, and everything that was sacred and beautiful that I had lost has now come back to me more than I could have ever hoped for. But during that time, I reached some ultimately low depths of incomprehensible demoralization, which are very much in my memory. And the crux of the song is based on loneliness. And there's this one little lyrical phrase that comes in at the very end of the song, which says, "Under the bridge downtown is where I drew some blood. Under the bridge downtown, I gave my life away." And what that was referring to was a point in time about 5 years ago when I had nothing in my life. I had no friends or places to live or automobiles or relationships with my family, and all I had was this connection of mine named Mario, who was a Mexican mafia ex-convict, and he and I would stroll the streets of downtown looking for our next score. And on one particular afternoon, he and I found what we were looking for, and we went to this bridge, and it was a freeway bridge, and there was a little passageway that you had to go to get under the bridge just so we could go in there and do what it is we wanted to do, which was to use these particular drugs we had just gotten. And that always sticks in my brain as a low point in my life, basically, about as low as I could get. And the chorus of the song is, I don't ever want to feel like I did that day. Take me to the place I love, take me all the way. And the place I love is where I am now. Making
Millionaire
with my band, and making love with my friends and my girlfriends, which is, to me, the most sacred thing that I have going is creating sound with my best friends.
All right, that's it.
And making love to my girlfriend, all 20,000 of them.
He did say girlfriends.
He did. It was plural. I noticed that. The girlfriends.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm really into Mormonism.
Yeah. So I think we all knew kind of what that song was about, but straight from the horse's mouth there. That's
that was the second single from the album. And it peaked at number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100.
Ooh.
And apparently they picked it because they started to play the song live, and Kiedis missed his cue, and the audience just started singing it because they all knew the words, and they were like, "Oh shit! I guess this is our next single."
Oh, that's crazy.
That's a good test.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really.
Yeah.
Also, you know why they released it for the chicks.
That's right. Got to have the ballad.
It was, the ballad. It's like, how many women lost their virginity to that song?
8.
Naked in the Rain. Got a little bass hole in the song.
Yep. Good funky song, right?
Yeah, that's a good song.
It's a good quality item.
I'll play the bass part here.
God.
It's good stuff. Yeah, no, that fucking tone is perfect. So great. I mean, honestly, this, especially for this band, just everything, the bass is the mix of the bass in there is perfect. Just, the tone of the guitar, everything is so good sounding.
I wish the previous album had sounded so good.
I know, me too.
Yeah.
I know. And I wonder if I like that album.
Snare on that one is very 80s.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. It's like Reverb City.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I cut you.
I always thought that was my favorite for a long. The Mother's Milk I consider my favorite for the longest time, but going back now, oh shit, this album is really fucking good.
Yeah, this is their best.
Yeah, I think so too.
It's their peak.
I mean, this album cannot help but put you in a good mood.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm trying to hate it, and I'm trying to just be like, no, fuck it. And it's just like, like right after like the conversation we just had, hearing him like, oh man, that's oh shit, fuck you, and then you play that bass line, it's like, all right, man.
I can't hate you anymore.
Exactly. I have to love you. Let's go have sex. Okay.
You'll be one of his girlfriends.
It's make love.
Make love.
If Flea's playing that bass line in the background while he's doing it, fine. Sure. No problem.
Apache Rose Peacock. I have some isolated trumpet if you'd like to hear.
Yeah. Why not?
That's Flea also,
Flea, right?
Yeah. That's it.
Ska.
Yeah.
I don't know where that is in this song. I mean, let me see.
It's like, yeah, who knows where that actual?
Probably where they do that.
It's where the trumpet is. Yeah. Thanks.
I think he means where they go. Doo, 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 doo.
Yeah.
Oh, there's like a little
we got
toy
some
piano.
Glockenspiel.
Yeah, that's what it is.
No, it's not.
It's not.
It's like a little toy kid's piano.
Yeah,
thing.
that.
Oh yes, the toy.
That was on the documentary.
Fisher Price.
Yeah, basically.
You realize that is a glockenspiel covered by some toy that you.
Well, whatever. I think it's here. Oh, well, there's more trumpet there. Actually.
There they are. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's all right. We don't have to hear it specifically.
This album is. You need to listen to it on headphones if you want to hear everything.
Mm-hmm.
Good lord.
Yeah,
It's not
I know.
everywhere.
So that was a Toy Celeste. Is the name of that thing?
Okay.
Celesta.
Yeah, well, Celeste is
It's a piano.
an old Baroque keyboard style.
Yeah, they show it on the documentary. They show him just sitting there like, blink, 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 blink.
Single fingering it again.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't think he knows how to play like classical piano. He just like he can single finger all over the place. But the greeting song. I guess my note on this was it sounds like something that could have been on their later albums, actually, to me.
Yeah, I think this might be the song I was thinking the same thing. If you play a little bit of it, because it did sound like there was one song that sounded like the future Pepper stuff.
Right. Like it could have been on By the Way or something.
These bass notes are so clean and good.
Yeah.
It's just so, I don't know if everybody can appreciate when he's finger picking here.
Yeah.
And to get that consistent sound from both fingers is really hard to do.
Yeah. Perfect staccato with no.
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's the vocals that make it sound like it's a future Pepper song, Chili Pepper song.
Yeah.
It's got a cool chorus too. Well, the pre-chorus I like. I guess it'd be considered the pre-chorus. The Who Are You Talking To?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I like that part.
Oh yeah.
That is.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Like,
Yeah, that's.
It's like By the Way or something.
Yeah, that's like what they'd become.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. What's that stuff you're putting in your drink there, Keith? P what?
P2P.
P number 2P.
Yeah.
What does it do? Is it vitamins?
Oh man, shows you my soul. No, this is bitters.
Oh,
sumac bitters.
Oh,
okay.
Does that settle the stomach?
No, it's. I'm drinking club soda. Oh yeah, I'm getting fucked up tonight.
Look at that baby can.
But it gives a nice little extra flavor. It does.
Keith's bigger than you remember.
Apparently, look at that little thing. Bloop, bloop.
P2P.
My giant.
Dude, it's club soda. You know, they make these so that you pour that in and you add 2 shots of something, and voila, you got.
Is that what those are for?
But I when I went sober like for a few months a couple years ago, I just started drinking club soda, and now it has become like the go-to. 0 calories. It's got no sugar in it. It's just.
Well, it didn't.
It tastes good, and
I'm like Ted Lasso. I don't like the fizzy water.
It's like you're meant to be holding like this, but you're holding that, and it makes you look like you're like 60 feet tall.
Well, I have an enormous penis. So,
if you're 16
How did I know it
feet
was
tall-
going there? The next line. Keith's
we're
gonna say
we're talking
is-
about the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah, that's true.
How is it not going to end up talking about?
That's true.
All right.
You could put a sock on a 16-inch penis.
Let's see. My Lovely Man.
Easily.
Yeah, another good guitar solo in the song. My Lovely Man. My Lovely Man. It's such a good song.
Good riff there too.
Yeah. I'm gonna go to the guitar solo because I have control. And of course, I'm gonna play the guitar solo. Cool bass there too. Oh my god!
All I hear is the bass
badass
there.
bass. Yeah. He's doing more on the bass than the guitar solo. Single note and bullshit.
Yeah, you're right.
Very primacy.
Yeah, it is.
This is what I was talking about.
Wanking guitar solo. Fucking Aaron.
This guy's really good at doing those though.
He is.
All right.
Well, we made some reference to the I guess most recent former guitar player. What was his name?
Josh Klinghoffer.
Yeah, one of the big things for me with when he's in the band versus John Frusciante is that he just doesn't sound like he's going for it. And John Frusciante, just when he fucking wails, he's going for it and he hits the notes and it's honest and awesome, and it doesn't have to be perfect. It just sounds like he's really pushing something, really singing something with his guitar. And the other guy it was like safety mode the whole time.
Yeah.
In other words, he's just playing the music and he's not like kind of saying anything with it.
Wait, which guy? John Frusciante?
No, the other guy.
Oh, the other guy, yeah.
He's playing the music, but
he's like the understudy. He feels like an understudy, I guess.
Right. Yeah. And it's true because he's almost like a little baby version of John Frusciante. Like, he looks like him and everything,
A homunculus version.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know. The clone that's not quite right. I don't know.
Mini me.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Sir Psycho Sexy.
It's a long fucking song. I didn't realize that.
I know. I saw that too. I was like, man, this song. I don't know. It wasn't. It didn't stand out as one of my favorites on the album. It's a little long.
Did have a certain line that made me laugh though.
What's that?
There's a devil in my dick and some demons in my semen.
Oh yeah. Well, here,
Anthony Kiedis.
This is. I think he talks about writing.
Hold me naked, if you will, in your arms, in your legs, in your pussy, I'd kill to be with you, to kiss with you. I do miss you. I love you. Bridge. That's a shame. Yep. Down. Lay me down.
Verses are half the motorcycle.
Lay me down, lay me down, lay me down. Lay me down. Lay me down, lay me down, lay me down. Lay me down.
Just the behind the scenes stuff.
Long time ago, before the winter, before the snow, lived a man I knew, lived a geek, name so psycho sexy, that is me. Sometimes I find my need to scream.
That I don't know. The song, that part reminds me of like Infectious Grooves or something.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say Infectious, like the popularity of this band is, I think, one thing that led to
of course,
them thinking that they could get away with that, which they really didn't. But hey, they tried.
Very cool bass tone on this, the wah, distorted wah tone that he has going on throughout.
Yeah,
I guess this is a good closer, even though it's not really technically the closer. But it kind of, it's got that like epic feel to it.
Yeah, it does.
But it's not the best song.
No. I just want to hear some of the. Yeah, that bass is good.
This is John Frusciante singing back.
Yeah. Yeah. And then there's the last song, which is not really, it doesn't really count.
It's funny enough. It wakes you up.
It's a cover.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Robert Johnson was the original writer, or I think.
Mm-hmm. You're right.
Yeah. This is the original. I'm not gonna play the whole thing, but
Hot tomato than the red hot, yes, she got 'em for sale. Hot tomato than the red hot, yes, she got 'em for sale. I got a good such long and tall, she sleeps in the kitchen with a piece in the hall. Hot tomato than the red hot, yes, she got 'em for sale.
And then there's the Chili Peppers version. A little faster. A little faster. I mean, it's kind of a funny closer. It's not like
Yeah.
you know,
It's only a minute long.
right? Exactly.
The Robert Johnson, he only lived to be 27.
Oh, is that
Really?
Huh.
Did I
Died in
know that?
1938.
age?
All right. Well, we've reached the end. Shall we grade this thing?
Let's. I mean, the one thing I wanted to talk at least about a little bit is rapping. 'Cause let's face it, he definitely adds rap style into a lot of what goes on this album. And rap rock itself didn't exist yet. Now, of course, Rage Against the Machine was on the verge of, breaking out. But this was being their fifth album and not the first time he's done that. I mean, can we blame these guys for rap rock?
Blame
them.
Yeah.
Epic was before this.
I was gonna say Epic. I was thinking the same thing. Epic was before this. So
and so was I'm the Man.
I'm the Man. Yeah.
Yep.
And even that the bullshit Run DMC Aerosmith thing.
Yeah, but time out. Let's face it, is the I'm the Man and the bullshit Run DMC thing was, as much as it was too. I'm the Man is a joke. It was supposed to be a joke. Walk This Way was supposed to be showing that rap does have musical element to it or whatever. This is flat out white boy rapping, and doing a good job of it. But and not doing it like
they're allowed.
Exactly. Yes. And I mean, let's face it. Let's face it, License to Ill came out way before this.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, those guys.
Yeah.
But I really think that this was kind of what, as you could say, Epic came out before this, but I think these guys have been around longer and had been doing this stylistically enough that we can blame them.
Yeah, but rap rock, like Limp Bizkit's, I don't know. They're not. They're more metal than this.
Yes, but we can blame these
This
guys.
is like funk rap stuff.
Yeah,
sure, but
it's a different feel.
Yes,
I get what you're saying though. The bands that like Limp Bizkit probably wouldn't have been successful if it weren't for bands like this, which is probably true. So sure, let's blame them for that.
Wait, didn't we talk about how even Mike Muir was kind of doing this stuff before? At least before
a little
this
bit, yes,
that's true.
Oh yeah, like
off of how
the end of Trip to the Brain.
Trip to the Brain. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, that's true.
It was. Yeah, it seemed
there's
like
no just like there's no one beginning of metal. There's no
it was sort of percolating.
Yeah,
over time, and eventually someone just.
That's a good word.
Yeah.
I mean, do we want to mention? You mentioned, Epic coming out. Like there was a little back and forth between Mike Patton.
Oh yeah, there was that little rivalry going on.
Did we talk about that when we talked about?
Because they both had long hair.
Yeah.
Not with Bungle. I think we talked about when we talked about.
Yeah, we did.
Oddly, when it came to
Bungle,
was
it Bungle too? I don't know.
I think it was Bungle
no, that
also.
was the biggest one. There was a time where Bungle was supposed to be playing on a fest that Chili Peppers were headlining. When they found out that Bungle was on the set list, they flat out told them, "We aren't playing unless you kick them off the bill."
What?
And Bungle got kicked off the bill.
Oh, well, there you go. I'd be pissed too. If I were
in preparation
Mike
for that
Patton.
one, I read an interview, and Mike Patton at this point, just like, all right. At this point, if we all got together, we'd all have a laugh and a drink about it. But at the time, yes, that absolutely did happen.
Yeah.
So.
Was it like Mike Patton steals Kiedis's stage moves or something like that? Or
Yeah, there was a whole thing.
Exactly. Everybody was saying that he was pretty much ripping off.
Yeah, because when Epic came out,
yeah.
Yeah, because when Epic came out, it was Mother's Milk had been out, so they were saying, well,
it's a guy with his shirt off with long brown hair jumping around.
Mm-hmm. And the biggest thing is, it's not like as though the Chili Peppers came up with that. It's just and they couldn't exactly turn that into intellectual property. It's not as though he could be the only one that did it, but at the time, that's kind of what it boiled down to.
Yeah,
that's the stupidest thing.
That's it is stupid, and they can laugh at it now if they.
A guy with long hair that plays rhythm guitar and sings is ripping off James Hetfield every time. What the hell? No.
Yeah.
Well, Eric does.
Oh, please.
Yes, I do.
I tried to, but very, very poorly.
And no one else tried to do
I'll
that.
be the first to admit that. Yeah, no one else ever did that. You ever heard of a band called Zentrix?
No, Zentrix said Metallica ripped them off.
What?
What?
Yeah. Come on now.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever. That's another podcast.
Yeah. We'll get to that.
Wasn't that them?
We'll get to that when we talk about Load.
I don't know.
Was it Inner Sandman?
Zentrix? I thought.
yeah.
Well, I don't know.
I think it was.
I don't even know who Zentrix is, and I
They were
don't
just
want to. So
maybe I'm getting them
So
mixed up.
don't
with
tell me
somebody else.
Danish. They were Danish.
No,
English.
they were English. Yeah. What are you, English?
Or English.
Okay, grades. So we got other bands to talk about tonight. So grades.
A+.
A+. Ooh. I'll go A.
I'm flat out I as well. I'm going A. This is just an album that you can't help yourself to feel good and feel happy listening to. It's just
It's an A. Yeah, it's their best album.
Yep.
Yeah. I feel like they lost their little bit of their edge after this album. A little bit. My opinion.
Money will do that.
Also
right.
getting old.
Yeah.
Start talking about how big the tapestry in front of the band is, how they printed that thing out. Pretty much every conversation. Anyway.
Yeah.
All right.
Excellent. Well, that's it for 91, by the way.
We need some new music. You're right.
Finally.
Before we leave 91,
yes,
we should mention a couple of the albums that didn't make the cut.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
That should,
come on,
if people didn't listen to these albums in 91, maybe they should.
That's a good idea.
Because
Yeah,
we
let's do that.
didn't have time to get to some of these, or maybe we didn't all listen to them, or we didn't appreciate them, or what have you. So, Fear of God Within the Veil
Mm-hmm.
would be one.
It's an album. Pretty good.
It's worth checking out if you haven't heard
It's
it.
a different one.
It's different, yeah. Mordred in This Life. We didn't get to that one.
No, that's true. We didn't talk about that. Oh,
We didn't
shit.
talk about Mordred. Yeah.
Wait, was that? I know. Was that the really good album, or did we already talked about the really good album?
I thought we talked about
It's a really good album. I mean, I put it above their first album, but
Okay.
I think it would have been a bit of a shit show if we tried to talk about it. So maybe we
Yeah,
shouldn't.
probably so.
It's best that we didn't.
Who else?
Parallels by Fate's Warning, which I think I'm the only one who likes. Blind by Corrosion of Conformity, which has one good song.
Yeah. sorry, dude, that wanted to hear us talk about that, but
Yeah. Another one that I only listen to is Streets by Savatage. So I understand. We didn't get to that one.
yeah.
Wretch by Caius, which is
Yeah, I tried to I was like, maybe we can fit this in. I listened to it. I'm like, there's like two good
Production's
songs.
bad.
Let's try and
yeah.
work them in sometime in the near future.
Maybe we will.
Maybe we should
Do you have another album that we could talk about?
I might have
Yeah,
a better
they
one that
might,
came out a
yeah.
year later.
Decade
in
of
92?
Aggression.
Well, that's such a
Yeah,
coincidence.
yeah.
Oh yeah, Decade of Aggression, but that's like
That's a live album.
That's a
so
live
it's-
album. It doesn't
There's
like
nothing new there.
We could talk about it, but it's kind of dumb considering,
Jackal's first
No.
album came out that year.
God, no.
Well, I thought maybe Keith would want to, since he likes Trickster. Fuck! Did we miss Pride and Glory?
No, that's 94.
Okay, all right, cool.
I'm going to mention Dark Angel, Time Does Not Heal. It's only because, they're an LA
No, we
thrash
don't
band.
know. We're waiting for you to
They're
tell
an
us.
LA thrash band. That album was produced by Terry Date. It's their best album. It's not a great album, but it is mentioned among a lot of fans of thrash as being one of those kind of
What band is this again?
Dark Angel.
Oh yeah.
They've
Yeah.
albums Time Does Not Heal. So people do bring them up a lot in the classic thrash discussion.
Gene
So
Hoglan's in that band too.
And Gene Hoglan's in that band, yeah. So it's their best album. It's produced well. It's a lot. It's too many riffs. Yeah, the songs are too long. But
Is that the one that said that we have like 170 riffs on this album?
yeah, it was more. It was like 200 some odd riffs, and that was a
That's
sticker on
something
the
to be
front.
proud of.
Yeah, it's complete. It's what Craig Cicero called riff piling. That album is
Yeah,
the best example of riff piling probably ever. However, worth mentioning, I think.
Okay.
I think Atheist.
Yeah,
album
Atheist. Yeah.
Worth a listen.
Yep.
Galactic Cowboys. They
Missed
were
a lot of
interesting.
See, I tried to listen to Galactic Cowboys too, and I was like, that didn't
Yeah.
hold up well.
I never got into that one.
Yeah.
Cathedral they put up
Yes.
the first album. We could have talked about that. I think we would have liked it.
Yeah, they're like a doom, kind of a doomish, Sabbathy
Sabbathy.
sounding. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, worth checking out. Corner, Mental Vortex. The Corner is another band that is mentioned a lot when you're talking about classic thrash, and actually a lot of Voivod fans like Corner a lot.
Well, they're
it's
Canadian, right?
They're German, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're German. Yeah, I think. Pretty sure. I actually played that album recently. It wasn't bad. It was pretty good. Production was but good riffs. Vocals are but good riffs throughout.
Slave to the Grind by Skid Row.
No.
It's looked highly on by a lot of people. I'm surprised.
Yeah, that is
people
true.
like that.
A lot of our friends
is
do
true.
like that album.
That is
so,
true.
look, they just never really appealed to us,
All right,
so.
well,
I never understood it. Like they're like, oh, I'm so fucking heavy, man. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not heavy.
we mentioned one earlier today, Infectious Grooves. We did not get around.
That's
to.
true.
Right. Yep.
Didn't talk about it.
Yeah.
Pennywise's self-title, if we wanted to actually talk about punk rock.
Yeah, go ahead. Bring up more of those.
No, Pennywise is not a band that I'm going to bring up whenever talking about punk rock because I barely consider them that. But hey.
Well, Heathen, Victims of Dissection. I feel like we did talk.
That was that a 91 or is that a 90?
I got it listed here as 91.
I think I think that was 91. That's a pretty good album. It has a very justicey sounding production, which is kind of interesting.
Oh, well,
I wish we could have talked about Fishbone in a 91.
What album is this?
I don't know. I don't have it written down in my notes, but
Lift Off Carcass, of course, Cannibal Corpse, Bolt Thrower, Bathory,
these bands,
Autopsy.
No.
These are bands I've never even heard, much less want to talk about them.
Right. You look at their album cover.
Reality of My Surroundings.
What's that?
Was that Fishbone?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think it's metal. Let's say that for sure.
Fishbone?
Yeah.
Fishbone, Reality of My Surroundings. Fight
No.
the Youth was my favorite Fishbone song, and it's on the opening track of that one. So.
Oh, there was one small band called Anthrax who put an album.
Oh, Attack of the Killer
EP.
Bees, yeah.
Oh,
Attack
yeah.
of the Killer Bees.
We should have. Wow.
Okay,
Still
well,
good. Could go
We
back.
still do whatever the fuck
Fuck
we
it.
want.
We can do it. Exactly. I don't care.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
hey, it's not like
Not
we
right
have
now,
lives. We could probably still be doing this another 5 years.
It is worth talking
Exactly.
about.
Before we close out 91, do you want to hear our collective top 10?
Sure.
We have this.
Yeah, I've been
You've
compiling
compiled?
this. Yeah, I have, yeah. And I just
All right.
added Chili Peppers to the
Yeah,
list.
they're
So
definitely on there, I'm sure.
Keith will be happy to know that Metallica didn't make the top 10 due to his
Top
grading it
10?
like a C. Yeah, it didn't make the top 10.
Victory!
It's 11.
Silly.
Shit.
Maybe
It's
we should
11.
drop the. We need to drop the Russian score,
That's
So,
or
so
whoever it is.
Metallica is 11.
My job here is done.
It was a collective A, but it was like a 93.8. So, and then so Primus is number 10. Sailing Seas of Cheese. Overkill Horoscope is 9.
Primus is better than the Black Album.
Well,
Give me a break.
Yes, it is. Scientific proof right here in your
yeah.
face.
Scientific.
I
yes.
think not.
This is science.
Mr. Bungle is 8. Nevermind is 7.
Nevermind's better than the Black Album.
Every album he's gonna.
Absolutely.
I know. I know. I'm just
Human by Death is number 6. Blood Sugar Sex Magic is number 5. 10 is number 4. The Pearl Jam 10 is number 4. Rat Child America is number 3. Oh, sorry, no, I've got this wrong.
Yeah.
You know what? Metallica did make the top 10 because I'm reading the numbers wrong.
Uh-oh.
So, yeah.
You
So
got work
sorry.
to do, Keith.
Son of a
Sorry.
bitch.
So
you fucking
sorry.
Ford brothers. Goddamn tricks.
Now I have to do this
This
all
is
over.
rigged. This is rigged.
Because I have my Excel spreadsheet.
Those
and I have
meddling kids.
the title
Fake
at the top.
news. Fake
Anyway,
news.
Soundgarden is number 1. Soundgarden was number 1. Rat Child was number
That
2.
makes
Pearl
sense.
Jam number 3. Chili Peppers 4. Death was 5. Nirvana 6. Mr. Bungle 7. Overkill 8. Primus 9. Metallica 10. So,
Okay.
do you want to hear last place? Take a guess at last place.
Oh, it's got to be
Guns N' Roses.
Guns N' Roses.
Nope. Close.
Or
Ozzy.
Ozzy.
Yeah.
No more
Ozzy.
tears. Yeah.
That album's not any good.
No.
No.
Oh,
Guns N' Roses is second to last though. They both got D pluses collectively.
Good.
As
All
they
right.
should.
All right. Well, next episode we're going to be talking about some 92 albums. So
Woohoo!
until then,
In March.
for Keith and for Joe and for Tim, This is Eric saying.
Thank you. Good fucking night.
You got a D plus, buddy.
Energy, aggression, power.
To sum it up, it's a
vulgar display of power.
Heavy metal speaks to the anger and despair of teenagers today, the same way that the blues used to speak to the despair and anger of the South.
Cutting it up big time.
They are miserable slaves of Satan.
Some cunts recording this.